Welcome to the fourth stretch video from the series. I hope you've been following all along, and today we're going to work on the lower leg, which we don't always get to, and ankle and foot placement, which is so imperative to how we receive stretches in our whole body. So if your foot isn't in the proper position and you're not utilizing the whole foot, it affects which muscles are getting stretched and compensated and so forth. I'll explain more as we go along. We'll get the stabilizers, the peroneals, and we'll do a little bit of IT band. So with that, couple props. We're going to use a strap today or a scarf. And then blocks are optional. It's just for one pose. Pillow, of course, works as well, like we've been talking about. And a chair, just to support you. So again, you can use a wall or a couch or something else. I wouldn't worry about that too much. But go ahead and pause and get your props, and then come on back and we'll get started. We're going to start with some rotations and movement in the ankles. And you can lean against something here, or you can just sit, and I'm going to lean back like this. And we'll start with your right foot. Just place your hands on your thigh. You don't want it underneath your kneecap. So go ahead and place underneath your thigh and begin to rotate your ankle all the way around. Make sure you're not doing the motion with your toes, like your toes aren't stretched out and doing the motion for you. So use your ankle. Notice where it's easier and notice where it's more difficult. For me, when I come out to the side, my toes start to kick in and it's not letting me go all the way around. That's restriction on the outer edge. So I work at that, and I am going to continue with my circles. A few little crunches in there, get the cobwebs out, and then reverse the way that you're going and make a circle in the opposite direction. Again, notice if your toes are trying to help, and just use your ankle joint here. Find your breath, engage your abs. All those good things still apply. And then begin to point and flex. And again, let it come from the ankle joint. Watch what your toes are doing, and just draw out through the heel, and then flex and point. Just warming up. All right. Slide back slightly. Bend your left leg in. And we're going to just talk a little bit about the foot here. So I'm sure you've heard, press all four corners of your foot to the earth. Maybe you haven't, but a lot of times in yoga class they'll say the four corners. I like to simplify and say three. Four isn't wrong or anything like that, but I like to say three. And that's the ball mound. You got the big toe side and the little toe side, and then the heel. And I think the four corners usually come from the two sides of your heel, but I like to just go for the center of the heel and really think about where you're pressing on the sides of the foot. A lot of us will lift up, supinate, or point in, pronate, and it affects all your calf muscles, your hamstrings, your hips, and how they engage. If you're pressing on the outside, then obviously you're engaging on the outside a lot more. So we're going to pay attention to that today. So grab onto your scarf or strap, put it around the ball mound, and then find a really straight spine. Now look down at your toes. I would like to see your big toe and your little toe in alignment. If this isn't perfect, no worries. It's an awareness that I would love for you to start to develop, because it will change everything for stretching. It's really something to tune into. Okay, and draw your heel straight out in front of you. That's how you're going to find the flex in your foot, not with your toes. And then get a nice straight back and inhale and lengthen, and exhale, pull yourself forward, and try, instead of engaging the hamstrings here or stretching the hamstrings, try to find this in your calf and Achilles. And that's going to be from getting that ball mound nice and level with the big toe, little toe. So let's really start to feel this in the calf and move around to see where that is for you. All right, anything different? Now pull your pinky toe towards you more and just notice where you feel that stretch. And then do the opposite side. Pull your big toe towards you more and notice where you feel that stretch. And then find the center. All right. Let's switch sides. So go ahead and place your hands behind you. Lift your left foot and reach underneath your thigh. Begin to make circles. And know that your two sides can be very, very different. So find where your ankle might be flexible and where it might be stiff. And just look right down at it and try to connect to where that is. Everyone's gonna have something. I mean, I can see my toes going up when I come out to the side, which means I have stiffness on the outside of this one as well. And then switch directions. Try to make the biggest circle that you can. Don't jip out on any parts of it. And then begin to point and flex. Coming from the ankle, big toe, little toe are in the same line. Draw your heel out to flex and then point. And then place that leg down. Fold your right in. Grab your strap, scarf, whatever. Reach around the ball mound of your foot and then find the evenness between your big toe and your little toe. Spread your toes out wide. See where that restriction is. Sometimes on either foot our toes are a little stiffer. Good to just get that movement in our toes. And then draw your hip bone back. Draw your heel straight out. Toes are in alignment. Inhale and lengthen. And then you can fold if you're not really feeling a stretch. When I get really straight like this and I'm really engaged through the foot and ankle, I can feel this in my calf already. Lots of little details here, but it will transform your stretching and get into the belly of the right muscles when a certain stretch is being told. You're like, I don't really feel it there. It could be because you're the foot placement. All right, release that. And we're gonna come up to stand. And with that new knowledge of distributing our weight into our feet, we're gonna come up onto the ball mound of your feet. Make sure you're not just flexing with the toes like this, but you're coming right up onto the ball mound. And for stability, you can hold onto a chair if you'd like, or a wall, or you can just spread your feet hip distance apart for that stability. And then come on up. And then watch how you wanna bow out and you're trying to get your balance. A nice strong core, and then activating your legs will help you with this. So come on up to the ball mound and release. And then come on up and squeeze your calves. Find the center of your ball mound, come back down. Just a couple more times. This isn't about perfection, this is about awareness. And just bringing that awareness, and you'll start to notice things as you continue to do your stretches and exercises for that matter. All right, and we are going, chair in a moment. So go ahead and take your top of your foot and place it on the ground. Look back and see if you can see your pinky toe and your big toe in alignment. Face forward and then tilt your hips forward by engaging your belly, and you should feel a nice stretch on the top of your foot. Just breathe here. There's a retinaculum that holds down, it's like very fibrous tissue that holds down all the tendons that go into your feet, into your toes, and that can get real tight and all sorts of things on the top of your foot. All right, and then release and switch sides. Look back. Let's see here. A little tricky sometimes. And then same thing, pull your belly in, let your tailbone slide towards the earth, and then feel the top of your foot and ankle, and a nice stretch. My right foot was much tighter than my left for some reason on the top. Again, nothing's right or wrong, it's just a great observation. See if it's chronic or if it's just today, or it's the way, that's the mind-body connection, tuning into your own body that day, not just going through the motions, and release. All right, so now we're gonna use our chair or wall, couch, whatever it is. And step back, either foot, left here. Come into a lunge, so your front knee is bent right over ankle. And your back foot, you wanna place your heel down towards the earth. Your leg is straight. You don't wanna lock out your knee, but your leg is straight. pull your abs in. If you're finding yourself tilting forward, pull your abs in, and then make a deeper stretch if you want. And then heel drops down towards the earth. Breathe in here. You should feel it all in your calf and your Achilles tendon, right where it attaches down to your heel. And then the back leg, bend your knee slightly, leave your heel where it is, and you should feel it in a deeper muscle, the soleus, which is underneath the superficial gastrocnemius. Not that that matters, but it's just a deeper muscle that turns into the Achilles tendon, and you can get to that by, in the same pose, keep the front knee bent, knee over ankle, and then bend your knee, keeping your heel down. So don't try to lift up to bend deeper. Wherever your heel was in the last stretch, just slightly bend until you get that deeper stretch. And then step into your front foot and switch sides. Knee over ankle, back foot, slide back to comfort, and press your heel down towards the earth. And pull your belly in. Couple of deep breaths here. Stay focused to where you're feeling that. Is it low down by the Achilles tendon? Is it up higher in the belly of the calf, or up near the knee more? Where are you feeling it? And then bend your knee slightly. Leave your heel where it is. Your front foot. The other thing to notice, are you leaning on one side of the ball mound? So press into your big toe side, and then press into your pinky toe side, and notice which one is more challenging to press into. And then try to spread out your toes and try to press into that evenly along with your heel. And then step into your front foot and come back together. Done with the chair. All right, so this one we'll use our blocks or a pillow, only if you need. Probably you can really get away without this. But what we're gonna do is take our left foot, cross it behind our right foot so that our pinky toes are near each other. It'd be a perfect world if they were touching. Mine aren't touching, but you'll still get the benefit for sure. So inhale and pull your belly up and in, and begin with your belly hinge forward. And this is where you'll reach for your blocks or your pillows, or if you can reach the floor easily, like effortlessly, great. But if you'd like the earth to be a little bit closer, have a nice flat back. And then knees are soft, a little spongy, and then forward fold. You should feel this on the back leg, outer side, the IT band, and up into the upper hip. And then come up to a flat back, crown of your head to the front of the room. Lift your sit bones up, so you're sticking your butt up into the air without creating too much of a curve of the low back. And then exhale, hinge forward. And now you can let the roundness in your back happen. Just let the crown of your head come towards the earth. And lift your sitting bones up to the sky. And then slowly bring yourself back up. And we'll switch sides. Cross your left leg behind your right. Pinky toes near each other. Little bend in your knees. Pull your belly up and in to initiate the fold. Then fold forward. Hands to your block, pillow, or ground, earth. Just let your body get situated here. And then inhale and come up to a straight, flat back. Crown of your head forward. Lift your sitting bones, not swaying your back, but just your sitting bones. And then fold forward and just release your head to the earth. Back leg should feel the outside IT band and hip stretch. And then notice your feet again. Where are you pressing into your feet? Now, I would say your back leg, you're probably pressing more onto the pinky edge side. Can you press into your big toe ball mound? And you feel the stretch in a different spot when that happens. uncross. And now spread hip distance apart with your feet, and then squat down. Keep on the ball mounds of your feet as you place your knees down on the earth. And then this might be enough. You can hold on to something and stay here. You might be getting a big stretch in your feet. But if you would like more, stay with your toes flexed and then just sit back onto your heels. And you should get a really intense foot stretch here. I feel mine more on the inside, which means I probably tend to use that more than the outside. So tuning into all these different things in our feet and how they work and how our compensation patterns form, you can get better at, I don't want to say better, but you can get more aligned in your sports if you're really utilizing your feet properly and stretching out properly. Because if you have a compensation pattern, there is always a breaking point. Aloha for now, and you will see me in a couple of weeks with the full head to toe body stretch. For now, enjoy these 4 videos that you have, and I hope you are stretching.